In the next 10 minutes, you're going to learn the 4 steps that you need to implement in order to go viral on YouTube Shorts as a small creator right now. In fact, these steps are so simple that tens of thousands of small creators are implementing them every single day and seeing massive results. In fact, this creator just used them to gain almost 4 million followers. This creator over 2 million subscribers, and this creator over 100,000 subscribers all in a really short period of time. And these are all creators that are simply creating shorts better than everybody else in their niche because they're implementing this 4-step protocol that you probably haven't heard before. But before we can dive into that, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you want to grow quicker on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, I literally upload a video about how to grow on these platforms every single day. In addition to that, I created a free YouTube growth course. You can get the link in the pinned comment below. It's going to share with you things like the best time to post and even what hashtags, or even if you should be using hashtags on YouTube. Again, it is 100% free. Go to the link in the pinned comment below and get into it right now. First and foremost, you need to be identifying the best length for content within your niche. Way too many creators don't start here and they're missing out on a huge part of the YouTube algorithm. If you didn't know, YouTube basically breaks viewers out into audiences. For example, within the fitness industry, there are people that watch videos that are X seconds long, Y seconds long, Z seconds long, and a lot of you guys are creating videos that aren't those lengths, which is why your videos simply aren't getting pushed out, and way too many of you are messing this up. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm not saying that these are the right lengths, but if you are a music producer, maybe the right length is 10 seconds or 60 seconds, but you might be making your videos 5 seconds long, 15 seconds long, 30 seconds long, any other length besides those 2 lengths, and that's why you're not getting views, because you upload that video to YouTube, and although you might do a good job with the title, you might get a lot of watch time. YouTube doesn't actually push that content out to that audience because they think that that audience isn't going to watch that video. You need to understand something. Your viewer, your audience watch history is based off of a few different things. The topic of the content, the title, the SEO, how you actually came to watch that piece of content, what kind of content you watch before and after that piece of content, and most importantly, the length of the video, and that is one of the #1 things that you guys are missing out on. So please, go look at your competitors. See how long their videos are. I would start making your videos those lengths, even though it might feel like you're copying them. You're not copying them. You're simply tapping into that audience, because at the end of the day, you want to be able to steal your competitor's audience away from them, and the way that you're going to do that is by creating videos on the same topic, using the same length, and making sure that your videos are actually better. Now, of course, there are 3 other steps that you need to implement, the last one being the most important, so let's dive into those. The second thing you need to make sure you're doing, you need to identify what titles are actually working within your niche. You need to see whether or not emojis are working, whether or not hashtags are working, how long the titles are, what the titles are actually about. Way too many of you guys make the mistake of filming your video and then creating your title. You need to come up with your title before you actually film your video because it's going to inform a few things. Let me give you a few examples. First and foremost, if you make your video and then your title, you're making the title after the fact, where you should be creating the video based on the title, because you want the intro and everything that you have in the video to actually be determined by the title. You shouldn't be determining the title afterwards. Secondly, you need to be looking at other people within your space. What kind of titles are they using? Are they fear-mongering? Are they doing things like 10 steps? Are they capitalizing some words and not capitalizing other words? Are they leaving out large parts of information? What do you have to do to actually make your titles better? Let me give you an example. If we're in the crypto space and you were to make a video about this is the next coin to 10x, but your competitor made a video, this is the next coin to 100x, who do you think is going to get the views? Who do you think is going to get the watch time? Now, although you might say, listen, 10x is more realistic than 100x, you need to understand something. We live in a sensationalized world between the media, between social media. You need to be taking things to the next level. If you want to be successful, you need to be taking them to the next level. You need to be more outrageous. You need to have a really strong opinion. Now, a lot of people disagree with that statement on social media, but guess what? That's why they're not that big. Let me give you a prime example here. If you want to be the president of the United States, literally 50% of the United States has to hate you. Do you guys understand that? So why do you think that you could just walk a very straight line and not make anybody mad on social media, and that's how you're going to be successful? To be quite frank with you, it's just not going to work like that. The bigger I've gotten, the more people don't like me, but the more people really like me, and you need to make sure that you're taking the same stance. Now, I'm not saying you do something along the lines of what Kanye West has been doing. I am not telling you to do that, but I am telling you that you need to have a stance. If you're talking about Fortnite, you need to think Fortnite is the best game in the world. When I make these videos about YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, regardless of the topic, I'm telling you exactly how you can capitalize on one of the best opportunities ever in our generation. To be able to quit your job, to have freedom, to be able to do the things that you want to do, social media is going to allow you to do that. So you need to make sure that you are bringing the same type of energy into your content, and more importantly, into your titles. Because if you're not setting the tone with your title, nobody's going to click on your video and nobody's going to watch your video. Here are the last two things that you need to make sure that you're doing. And again, just to remind you, the last one is the most important. The third thing, you need to take better note of how you're actually structuring your videos. I see way too many creators mess this up. Way too many people in my mentorship program do not structure their videos out, do not script their videos, and what ends up happening, a lot of times they have their hook 10 seconds into the video. 15 seconds into the video. And the only thing that they had to do, they literally, if you take the same exact video, but just structure it different and put the hook in the beginning and then have the rest of the video, guess what happens? They get 100,000 views. They get 1 million views. On the same video that would have gotten 100 views or 50 views, they were able to get way more out of that piece of content because they actually take the time to think about how they structured the video. For a lot of you, you need to break down. Here is the hook. Here is how I'm dragging people along. Here is the ending. Here's the payoff. Here's what people are getting out of the video. If your video doesn't have all of those different things in it, well then you shouldn't even upload your video because you're not actually looking at this as a structure. Every movie you've ever watched, they all follow a structure. Every book you've ever read, they all follow a structure. Every successful YouTube creator that you've ever seen, they all follow a structure. So why do you think yours should be any different? If you want to be successful on social media, you need to think of the human psychology. You need to think of what the intro is going to be, how long that hook is going to be, what the pace of the video is going to be, how you're actually influencing people. And you need to make sure that you're taking these things into consideration. Way too many of you are ignoring these things. That's why your videos aren't successful. And that is why for somebody like me to help you, it is incredibly hard because you don't even understand the basic components of a video. A hook, getting people to want to watch. A lot of you are introducing yourself in the beginning of the video and nobody cares. Nobody cares who you are. Or you're starting the video off acting like the viewer has been watching you for forever. Now, I'm not saying to introduce yourself, but I am saying that there needs to be an end goal for every single video that you create. If the video doesn't have an end goal, there needs to be an experience that the viewer is going to be experiencing. Either that's going to be entertainment or that's going to be education. There needs to be a goal to the video because if there's not a goal to the video, people aren't going to watch. You're not going to get the watch time that you need, and ultimately, you're going to fail to grow and more importantly, go viral on YouTube. And this brings me to the last point of this video. You need to make sure that you're actually looking at your analytics and getting better. Something I strongly suggest that you do. I strongly suggest you script out every single one of your videos, save them in a Google Doc, save them in your notes, and then you need to be comparing those scripts to your actual analytics. You need to see where people are dropping off, seeing what you could have said there or what you could have done differently. Maybe you have to add in a rehook. Maybe you have to add in a background change. Maybe you added something in, a joke or something that people didn't find funny and they got off. Maybe you put your ad read way too early. Maybe you called out your product and that's when people swiped off. Whatever the case is, you need to actually be comparing your script to your analytics and making sure that you're getting better every single time. This is the only way you're gonna get better as a creator, but I do wanna warn you, way too many of you are trying to look at your analytics after 24 hours, maybe after 30 minutes. That is a total waste of time. You should be only looking at your analytics after 7 to 10 days. The reason being, 99% of the views that you're going to get on YouTube are going to come outside of the first 24 hours of your video. A lot of times YouTube might take 3 days. 5 days, 7 days, even a month to get traction on your video, for it to get on the YouTube Shorts feed, for it to start ranking in search. So you shouldn't be comparing yourself immediately, or you shouldn't be comparing your videos immediately. Now, of course, you should be looking at the first 24 hours of your analytics to see whether or not a video might have the potential of doing well. For example, your click-through rate might have been great, your watch time might have been great, but the video might not have taken off. It might take 3 days, 5 days, 7 days for that actually to happen, or for that topic to really start to pick up some steam. Either way, you need to make sure that you're going back into your analytics, comparing it to your script, and making sure that you're getting better every single day. If you're not implementing those things, you're not going to go viral on YouTube, you're not going to grow on YouTube, and ultimately you're going to quit and say, hey, this doesn't work. But if you do want guaranteed subscribers on YouTube, you want to get more views, and you want my help in being able to do that, well then you need to keep watching this video because I've got something special for you. Finally, I just launched my YouTube Shorts mentorship program, which guarantees that I can help you grow on YouTube in just 30 days. If you want to find out more, go to the link in the description. But to put it simply, you're going to go through 6 steps to becoming a YouTube Shorts expert. Then I'm going to make you a personalized plan. I'm going to tell you exactly what to post, what titles to use, what thumbnails to use, what descriptions to use, what tags to use, what your content should actually look like, how your editing should be, and so much more. And then for the next 30 days, I'm going to critique your content to guarantee that you grow. It's incredibly simple. If you don't grow on YouTube in the 30 days, I'm going to give you your money back, 0 questions asked. This is not just a course. This is not just information. It's me actually telling you exactly what to do, critiquing you, consulting, me coaching you on how to be a full-time YouTuber, how to grow on YouTube, how to reach your goals on YouTube. And again, if you don't grow on YouTube in the 30 days, you get your money back, 0 questions asked. There's absolutely no risk for signing up. The only risk is not taking advantage of this situation right now with YouTube Shorts and growing on YouTube. So please do not be somebody that does that. That being said, if you're not interested, just watch the next 2 videos I'm going to put up on the screen because they're the videos that YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching.